You can always count on Disney to go after fans instead of actually addressing any problems that they have with something like The Little Mermaid, which is got a lot of people talking about it. The trailer, of course, as you know, getting downvoted into oblivion. A lot of people criticizing it because, let's be honest, does this look good to you? Yet another Disney movie with bad CGI. That's what this is. Disney needs to get this fixed. I don't know what the deal is. Do they just not want to pay people what they're worth? Do they think people need them? Because apparently the top talent in the CGI industry has pretty much all said they don't need Disney. People turn down jobs from Disney. And what you see here is the result of that. Rushed, underwhelming work. Doesn't get any better. We have more reveals. They're now showing Sebastian. Now, you know Sebastian, right? That little crab guy. Well, this is what he's going to look like in the movie. Another bad example of what Disney has been doing. This looks like dog shit. This looks awful. But this is where we're at with Disney. A lot of people talking about how bad this looks, by the way, because this isn't the first time we've seen bad CGI. Everything that they've shown for this, particularly this scene, you see how bad it looks. There's even more. There's that scene where she's underwater like this. This looks bad too. This is where she's just swimming around. The CGI in this movie looks like it's going to be bad. And then we find out the other day that they're shifting resources and just letting some projects have bad stuff. Notably in Ant-Man and the Wasp Quantumania, we found out that the reason some of the stuff looked bad in that movie is because they shifted some of their resources over to Wakanda Forever to make sure that that one looks 10 times better. And well, you see the result. Ant-Man and the Wasp Quantumania is breaking records. Marvel's Ant-Man 3 breaks record of Batman versus Superman. You don't know what that record is? Worst second weekend drop, because Batman versus Superman had a good first weekend, and then it fell off a cliff after that. I don't remember exactly how much money it made, but it fell off a cliff. And you're seeing that now with Quantumania. Batman versus Superman saw a huge drop, 69.1%. This was beaten by Ant-Man and the Wasp Quantumania at 69.7%. So they kind of almost didn't make it, but congratulations, Disney, breaking records to this day. They might break another one with the awful CGI that we're seeing over in this movie. This is bad. And, you know, what is the response to this? Say, you know, hey, maybe we're going to delay the movie, fix it up a little bit. We're going to try to make this CGI look a lot better. We're going to try and improve it, make you happy. No, they're not going to do that. What they are going to do, though, is call you racist. Don't like that CGI? Racist. Don't like the way this looks? Racist. Don't like the way we're doing this? Racist. Just saw this with The Last of Us, which is why I wondered if that show was falling off in the ratings, because usually when this happens, it's because something good isn't going on. We saw it with, remember, Rings of Power? Remember how all the criticism for Rings of Power was really just from a bunch of istophobes? Wasn't really that the show is a boring pile of garbage. No, it's because a bunch of istophobes were spreading bad things about it. Even though those same people had no problem watching House of the Dragon, which also contained swapped out characters, the Valerians, who in the books are white, but in the show they're black. Nobody really cared because those actors did such a great job with that role. They kind of lifted themselves up. No one really I mean, there were a couple people, but for the most part, most people seem to enjoy their performances. The guy who plays the sea snake, I don't know what his name is, but that guy was one of the best characters in the show. He was one of the best characters in the show because that actor killed it. So, you know, it was always funny to me that Rings of Power ran alongside that show, and they tried to gaslight fans and call them racist, but it's like, well, okay, well, how come these fans are watching this show, but they don't seem to have the same problems with House of the Dragon? Maybe because Amazon is full of shit. Just like Halle Bailey is full of shit. So we got some bad CGI. Things aren't going over that well. Trailers are getting downvoted into oblivion because don't forget about the other trailer, the original trailer, which got downvoted 3 million times, making it one of the most disliked trailers in YouTube history. Best way to address everyone's complaints, so we'll just attack them and call them istophobes. That way they'll shut up and they won't criticize the bad CGI in this movie. They won't say, oh, that CGI is bad. I'm not sure if I'm going to see this. And then someone will speak up and say, what's the real problem, huh? CGI? What are you, racist? What? And then they'll stop talking about it. Well, that's usually what happens. Though companies like Disney and people in Hollywood have used this so many times that the word is obviously losing all meaning, and it's not really hurting people and hitting people with the same effect that it used to. I mean, look at the meltdown over Hogwarts Legacy. You know, you tell people that they're evil, bigoted people for playing a video game, your argument starts to lose power. Because most people are looking at this like, what the hell is your problem? So, first off, I think it's a little early to use the istophobe stuff that Halle Bailey is doing. Should have been doing this like 2 weeks before the movie. Because you're going to have to keep calling fans racist over and over every single time bad shit like this comes out. And make no mistake, this looks awful. It looks nowhere near as fun as the original. This is another reason why I think these live action adaptations are awful, because they just don't work. They don't translate as well, especially to merchandise. A stuffed toy this is going to look nowhere near as good as the original cartoon version. But anyway, keep doing what they want. I think this is funny. It'll be interesting. Maybe this movie will still make a boatload of money regardless. Who knows? Anyway, that's pretty much it. Let me know what you guys think about all this in the comments below. Also, if you would please like, subscribe, share the video. Make sure you're still subscribed, hit that notification bell. I'll see you guys on the next one. Peace. Make sure to check out my locals. There's a link in the description. It's a fun community that I'm trying to build over here. If you don't want to support me on YouTube, you can come over here. None of that money goes to YouTube. You also can just come over here for free. But if you are a supporter over here, I do plan on doing an extra live stream once a month and throwing links to the supporters so you can actually come on and have a supporter live stream with me. Also, it's a good place to catch all of my content. You don't have to worry about notifications like YouTube. They'll definitely work over here. So come check out my locals.